Okay, we are on Unit 18 review, Part 2. So it says find the values of W and X on number 10. That's where we got to last. So number 10, you have W and X. W is part of both triangles, but X is a degree that is only part of the right triangle here. So we can't find it first, so we'll have to find W, the length of W first, because on the left triangle we have enough information to do that, whereas on the right we don't yet. So you want to start here with W, which is a leg of this triangle. 8's the hypotenuse. This is the opposite leg. And hypotenuse and opposite leg are sine. So we use sine of 50 degrees is equal to W over 8. Multiply both sides by 8, and we get W is equal to 8 times the sine of 50 degrees. And that gives us W. 8 sine 50 is 6.1 units, and that's W. And now we have two sides. We have this side, which is the opposite side of the angle, and 11, which is the hypotenuse. And O and H make sine, but this time it's an angle, so it'll be sine inverse instead of just the sine of the angle. Of opposite, 6.1 over 11, and we'll plug that in the calculator. So we're going to hit second sine, and then I'm just going to go up and extract that amount that was 6.1, but I'm going to use the entire amount because it'll be more accurate than just typing in 6.1. And then divide 11, and that is 33.9 degrees. All right, so W is 6.1 units, and X degrees is 33.9 degrees. All right, and that gives us number 10. Moving on to number 11. Where is my, gosh, okay, here we are. Number 11 says triangle ABC has side lengths 6, 4, 24, and 25. Is this a right triangle? Why or why not? So it'll be a right triangle if the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two legs. The hypotenuse isn't given to us. It doesn't say this is a hypotenuse, so we have to look at the biggest number, which is 25, and that has to be the hypotenuse. So 25 squared is equal to 6 squared plus 24 squared. All right. So if that's true, I should put a little circle here like I did in the homework. If that's true, then it will definitely be a right triangle. If it's not, then it's not a right triangle. So 25 squared is 625, and then 6 squared is 36, 24 squared is 576, and 576 plus 36 is 612. And 625 is not equal to 612, so no, not right. All right, now, even though it's not a right triangle, 625 is still greater than 612, so I gave you a little bit of extra information. It will be, what's that word, obtuse instead, because the square of the hypotenuse is larger than the sum of the squares of the two legs. All right. Next one, Julia is standing atop a 15-foot balcony when she spots Romeo at an angle of depression of 5 degrees. So here's the balcony, and here's Juliet. All right, so here's Romeo. Yay. All right, so the angle of depression is right there, 5 degrees. But here, we need to make our right triangle, and 5 degrees is outside of the right triangle, so we need to use alternate interior angles to get that 5 degrees back into the right triangle. All right, so there is our right triangle. How far away is Romeo from the base of the balcony? So we know the balcony is 15 feet. All right, and we're looking for this, how far from the base of the balcony Juliet is, or Romeo is. So we have opposite and adjacent. Nothing to do with the hypotenuse. So O and A is tangent. Tangent of 5 degrees is equal to 15 over x is our equation. X equals 15 over tan 5 degrees. And 15 divided tan 5 degrees is 171.5 feet away. She can definitely not jump. So hopefully she won't. All right. Number 13. You are in a rescue helicopter, which is flying at an altitude of 3,000 feet directly above the rescue ship. All right, so here's my helicopter. It's beautiful. 3,000 feet. I just tell myself that so I don't feel bad about how funny it looks. Directly above the rescue ship. Here's the rescue ship. You spot the distress boat. That kind of looks more like the distress boat, not the rescue ship, but well. And estimate that your angle of depression to look down on the boat is 11 degrees. So, plus you need to go the opposite direction, but oh well, I'll have to turn around for that. So, rescue boat is 11 degrees, so that goes there, which inside the triangle becomes right there. Here's rescue. Here's distressed boat. All right, so 11 degrees goes into the alternate interior angle. Angle of depression, how far away from the rescue ship is the distressed boat? So we want to know this distance between the two boats. We'll call it X. All right, so that's going to be opposite and adjacent. This is opposite, this is adjacent. So opposite and adjacent is tangent. Tangent of the angle always follows the function. Trig function is going to be 3,000 divided by X. It's divided, so we switch. X equals 3,000 divided by tangent 11. 3,000 divided tan 11 is 15,433.7, is it feet? Yep. That's how far that rescue boat's going to have to go to save that poor distressed boat. That's quite a distance. Good luck with that. All right, number 14. From the top of the canyon, the angle of depression to the far side of the river. So here's our top of the canyon. Far side of the river is right there, and that's 58 degrees. And the angle of depression, so you can see this triangle, okay, is 58 degrees. So that angle to go inside here of the triangle would be right there. That is our alternate interior angle. And the angle of depression to the near side of the river, right here, see this 74 degrees? Oh, I'm going to use a different color. 74 degrees. So that 74 degrees goes inside here. 74 degrees. That's your alternate interior angle. Those are tricky to place inside the correct angles. The depth of the canyon is 191 meters. So there needs to be a 1 right there, 191. What is the width of the river at the bottom of the canyon? So we want to know this width that goes from there to there. What is that width of the river? Before you traverse down the canyoneering down, can you get across that river? And you want to figure out first before you go all the way down. So we have two triangles there. Sometimes it might be helpful to draw them out, but I just want to write in red here. If we take the big triangle that has the 58 degree angle and find that whole length, and then we subtract off this length of the smaller triangle, we'll call y. If we take x and subtract y, we're going to get w. So we'll take the whole thing x, subtract off the part y, and in the end we'll have the length of w. All right, so to find x, you can redraw them if you want. X is the big triangle with the 58 degree angle. Then, and we know this is 191 here. So we have opposite and adjacent. This is O, this is A. And I'm going to just go below the red because that's X. It's the whole length of the bigger triangle. So to find X, okay, X is going to be tangent of its angle, 58 degrees, it's the red triangle, is equal to 191 over X. Opposite over adjacent. So switch the X with the tan 58, 191 over tan 58. Okay, and then to find Y, that's this smaller gray triangle here. It has an angle of 74, so it will be tangent of 74 is equal to 191 over y. And once we find the 2, then we're going to subtract them, and that'll be the width of the river. All right, so this is another switcheroo. Y equals 191 over tangent 74. So in our calculator, just going to place these values in. So 191 divide tan 58, and that's 119.4 approximately. And then the other one, 191 divide tan 74, is 54.77. All right, so we need to take this one and subtract this one. And I'm going to just go ahead and do that in my calculator to find W. And I'm just going to highlight and enter. So I don't have to retype them, and I get all of them, and it's 64.6 meters. Is it meters? Yes. 64.6 meters across that river. And that's great. Then you can know, well, can I traverse a 64.6 meter river? And if so, go ahead and rappel down that cliff. And if not, don't. Go back. Okay. Have a great day. And that's the review.